what you talking about. Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking so fast, slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance, till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking so fast, slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
The road when you walking, you left your hips to the talking. You leaving me no options. Say less, say less.
Say
You stop the room when you walking. You left your hips to the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less, say less, say less.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off from Baltimore. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. Setting up the screen. Has some daylight through the 40.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Taken in by Shaheed. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it. And they're going to...
Brought in inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints drop 80-plus yards and take a 6-0 lead. Chris Olave with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Play action now with Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Saints will get set to take over. They've got 1st down from the 31. Hand off to the back. Jukes out a 1-stop. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. He rolls to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
The give here on 2nd. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Back to throw on 3rd down. He's got it near the 10. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. try and punch it in. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Throwing from the gun here. He's on the move. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Hand off now, running right. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Nothing on that play, and now it's 4th and goal from the 2. Daniel Carlson on for this field goal try. Angling this one in from the right hash to challenge here. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they come away with some points on that series.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He lets one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Gets this one to Pierce.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll have it 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the move, headed right. Cut for big yards on the right side. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So 4th down, and the big-legged Michael Dixon out to punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Dumped off to his running back. Escapes a defender. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've got first down from the 31. Now Jackson off the play action. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. The third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. And he's brought down for a loss.
While the offense is looking for a possible touchdown, Kate, it's the defense that's stolen the mojo with that stop. This is how they teach you to defend the goal line.
So now, here's third and goal. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up second down. Looking to throw, Rattler. Escapes the puck, fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And this is picked up by the Ravens. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
First down, here's Lamar. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Second down now, 7 to go. Lamar now from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's third down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Into the hands of Likely. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. It's the Ravens with first and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Now Rattler. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. Jump off caught by his back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Here he is on third and long. He has the first over the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. touchdown! The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Ravens will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those...
He's got it deep downfield. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get more points to end a lopsided first half. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running this one left. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. That's good for a Ravens first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
First and 10 from the 41. Lamar back to throw. Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Takes off right out of the read option. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down, ball at the 36. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have second and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Running once more with Henry. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Give him 3 on that gain. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
All right, here we go. Second down. Another run for Henry. Still has room inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. Not sure we can call these gadget plays anymore, partner. Not like we could in the early 2000s, right? Because receivers who can run it, well, they become an important part of many NFL offenses, especially down in the red zone.
And that's because the reality you face is there's only so many conventional plays. Really, there's only so many reps you can get in during the practice week, so many different opportunities and traditional sets. But when you got an outlier like this, when you got a wide receiver who can run it like a running back, it presents a whole nother set of issues for defenses.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. He's got Shaheed. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Throwing on third and long. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Rattler. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. Got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Lucky that didn't end as an interception. That's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. They're out and set. First and 10. Out of the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Along the sideline past midfield. And he's brought down at the 44. Thankfully, only one. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Changing it up here, Jackson. Flush down out to his left. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
We're running for it on 3rd and goal. And they're not going to reach the sticks. They tried surprising them with a reverse, but the defense stops them well short. 4th down coming up. Ravens calling on Justin Tucker for the field goal. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Tucker's kick is up and good. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So 2nd down coming up. Here's the lone back on the handoff. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Play action on 1st down. This one's caught. It's Shaheed near the sideline. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Here's Rattler. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you could recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Pistol snap to Jackson. He's on the move. Looking right, and he finds him. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Jackson now on third. On the move, headed right. And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be their football. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And they pick him off again. Picked off by C.J. Mosley. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much.